Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a school principal, an administrator, or an educational leader tuning in, you already know the massive weight on your shoulders. You aren't just shaping minds, right? You're literally safeguarding futures. So today we're walking through a critical explainer detailing a life-saving student initiative from the Lighthouse Foundation. My goal here is to make this urgent issue deeply understandable and, more importantly, to show you a highly structured, totally actionable path forward.
So here's our roadmap. We'll start with the urgent mental health crisis, then look at the root causes of academic stress. After that, we'll dive into the Lighthouse Foundation solution, go inside their counseling program, look at the real impact versus the minimal cost, and finally, how to partner to save young lives.
All right, Section 1, the urgent mental health crisis, confronting a stark reality in our schools. Let's dive right into a number that honestly just stops you in your tracks, 13,000. According to data from the National Crime Records Bureau, more than 13,000 student suicides were reported in 2023 alone. Just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just some statistic on a spreadsheet. This represents entire communities, families, and schools completely devastated by loss. It establishes an absolute, undeniable necessity for intervention right inside our educational institutions.
Now, you might be wondering, what is driving that devastating number? Well, the source material points out that this growing student mental health crisis is inextricably linked to two massive weights resting right on a student's shoulders: intense academic pressure and profound career confusion. Students today are navigating a fiercely competitive landscape, and that fear of making the wrong choice, or honestly, just not knowing what choice to make at all, is causing immense psychological strain. Moving to Section 2, root causes of academic stress, where the system is currently failing students. So, why are our students struggling so much? It's a question I really want you, as school administrators, to reflect on right now. What are the gaps in how students transition into their senior years? The data shows us that the struggle doesn't actually start with the exams themselves. It starts much earlier, with the decisions that lead up to those exams. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the core of the problem: choosing blindly versus understanding aptitude. Far too often, students are picking their academic streams for classes 11 and 12 without genuinely understanding their own aptitude, their unique personalities, or their true interests. They might pick a path just because of peer pressure, parental expectations, or honestly, a complete lack of guidance. It's like throwing darts in the dark. Contrast that dangerous norm with the protective ideal of aptitude-based selection, where choices are actually driven by solid data and self-awareness. Because when students choose blindly, the fallout is severe. The direct consequences are high academic stress, chronically low student confidence, and eventually poor long-term career outcomes. And as educational leaders, you see this manifest every single day, don't you? It shows up as administrative hurdles, declining academic metrics, and most importantly, deeply unhappy students who are simply overwhelmed by it all. Which brings us to Section 3, the Lighthouse Foundation Solution, a scientific partnership for classes 9 to 12. You see, the Lighthouse Foundation isn't here to just give a motivational speech in an assembly. They bring a rigorous career counseling program. By definition, this structured initiative uses scientifically designed psychometric tests and interest inventory assessments. For administrators who appreciate scientifically backed academic methodologies, which I know is all of you, this is exactly the kind of structured framework that replaces all that guesswork with solid, actionable data. The primary goals of this program are incredibly clear-cut: discover strengths, understand options, choose suitable paths. It empowers the students to take control of the wheel. When a student actually knows what they're naturally good at, the anxiety of the unknown just kind of dissipates. They aren't just surviving their education anymore, they're confidently charting their course. Okay, let's look at Section 4 inside the counseling program, how the initiative seamlessly unfolds. This program is logically structured into 3 super clear, seamless steps. Step 1 is a 2-day interactive workshop running 4 hours a day. Step 2 involves taking those scientifically backed psychometric tests right alongside guided activities using student workbooks. And Step 3 delivers a detailed, personalized career report for every single student. It is specifically designed to be easily integrated into your school calendar without disrupting your core academic schedule. Let's move to Section 5, real impact, minimal cost, delivering immense value frictionlessly. So what's the actual result? In the after scenario, the program's impact is truly transformative. It actively reduces academic stress and anxiety. Because students are finally aligned with their strengths, it naturally improves overall academic performance. It opens their eyes to diverse and modern career options they literally might never have considered.
Ultimately, it builds confident and self-aware students. Just imagine the shift in your school's culture when your entire student body is operating with that kind of clarity and purpose. Now, I know you're probably wondering about the cost. 500 rupees. This is an incredibly low charitable contribution per student. To implement this life-changing, scientifically backed program, it only requires a minimal batch of 40 students. To put that into perspective, that level of accessibility is practically unheard of for comprehensive psychometric testing and personalized counseling. And to reassure all the busy decision makers watching this explainer right now, that nominal fee covers absolutely everything, the whole shebang. It's totally all-inclusive. You get the psychometric tests, the expert counseling sessions, the personalized career reports, all the workbooks and materials, and the complete logistical setup by expert counselors. It is a completely frictionless plug-and-play solution for your institution. You just provide the students, Lighthouse Foundation provides the expertise.
Finally, Section 6, Partner to Save Young Lives. Taking action today.
I want to read this powerful quote directly from the source material. It says, "Schools can play a critical role in protecting students from stress and wrong career decisions." As school leaders, you have a really unique authority. You are positioned at the exact crossroads where a student's future is decided. By intervening early with proper guidance, you aren't just boosting academic metrics. You are literally protecting their well-being. You can reach Lighthouse Foundation India immediately using these direct contact details. Reach out to Manoj Anand via call or WhatsApp at 9958848151, by email, or through their website. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Knowing the stakes, knowing the staggering statistics we saw at the very beginning, and now knowing exactly how accessible, structured, and affordable the solution is, what step will you take today to secure your students' futures? Partner with the Lighthouse Foundation. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.